Tennis Match starts on the login screen, where you can view features and tips in these slides. You can click on the slide indicators to change the slides as well. I'm going to create a new user. Since this is the first time the user is logging in, you will be taken to the Edit Profile screen, where you can input and change your details. So the first and last name and email are provided by default based on what you entered in the login. And then you can also change your profile picture from camera or library, change your skill level, your gender, your match type, and then also add a description. You can also change your password by clicking the Change Password button. Then you would enter your new password here, and if you wanted to, click Change Password. For now, we're just going to click Cancel. So now you can see all of your user details. If you had any listings created, they would be displayed under Listings. But since we don't have any listings created, as this is a new user, there are no listings displayed right now. I can sign out and edit my profile from here. On the listings screen, I can see the nearby listings that are within 50 miles of my current location. You can change the settings in the filters screen. As you can see, there are two. One has a date and time label, and one does not. You can add a date and/or time to your listing, both when you create the listing and when you edit it, and if you've added a date or time, then it would display. Clicking on the listing displays the listing details. I can favorite or unfavorite the listing. I have changed this already. Favorite or unfavorite the listing, and then favorite listings will display with a green border around them. I can also RSVP to this listing because the listing has a date provided. If I click RSVP, my name is added to the list of attendees. If I click on the button again, then my name is removed. I can also click on any of the names of the other attendees to view their profile. Now I can view their profile details, their created listings. This one is called Winter Park. View their listing details. I can also favorite or unfavorite the user. I can also send them a message. I can view the messages I've sent in the Message Channels screen. Since this user is favorited, there is a green border displayed around it. Again, if the listing was favorited, there would also be a green border displayed around that one. I can change my filters here. I can change skill, distance, match type, gender, and date. I'm changing the date here, but since the only listing with a date is within the minimum amount of time, which is 3 days, it will always display. Notice the listing with no date also always displays. So the date filter only affects listings that have a date provided. I can also create a listing. Let's add a title. I can also add a location. A location is required. A date. Let's make this one a bit away. And optionally, I can also add a time. I'm not going to do that for now though. I can also change the match type and set a description. The listing visibility can be public or private. Public means that anybody within 50 miles of your listing, depending on their filter settings, can view your listing. Private means that only you can view the listing. So for this one, I'm going to set it to private. So I can now see that the listing appears under my created listings on my profile. In the listing screen, you can see that the listing does not appear. This is because we set it to private. I'm going to change that now. So I can click on my listing, click edit because I created the listing. Now I can also delete the listing, but now I can change the listing to public, save it, and watch, now I can see that my listing appears in the listing screen. If I change the date filter to be 3 days, my listing disappears because the date I set for the listing is greater than 3 days away. If I change it back to the default, you can see my listing once more. Thank you.